Hey there, friends, and welcome to Meaningful Living. Paul and I are so happy to have you here today. We are constantly searching for the most helpful and interesting information to share with you. How are you doing today? Are you feeling good? Drop a few words in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And speaking of feeling good, remember to take care of yourselves, especially when you're out in the garden. It's easy to get lost in the beauty, but your well-being comes first. There are houses that just talk to you without saying a word. You feel it as soon as you go inside. A sense of peace, quiet beauty, a space where you can truly see life, love, and something deeply personal. This is exactly what you will find in the house of a French woman. It's not about expensive furniture or ultra-fashionable decor, but about the space that reflects her soul. As we go through the final chapters of life with dignity, our needs often change. We begin to yearn for simplicity, comfort, and a deep sense of peace in the places where we spend time. It's not about accumulating things, it's about finding more meaning. It is not about vanity, but about balance. In this video, I will share 10 timeless secrets that French women have passed down from generation to generation. These are not strict decorating rules. These are gentle practices, thoughtful ways to turn your home into a sanctuary, a place where you feel truly good day after day. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or more. Your home is still able to nourish you, soothe you, and reflect the wonderful life you've created. I sincerely hope that you will watch to the end, because the seventh secret has completely changed the way I felt at home, and perhaps it will do the same to you. Come on! Secret 1. Declutter for inner peace. The first secret is all about decluttering and inviting peace into your space. Clutter isn't just about physical objects, it's an energy. It creates a kind of visual noise, even when everything else is quiet. It fills your mind with the quiet whispers of unfinished tasks, and over time, it's easy to overlook how much it can weigh you down. French women live by a simple truth. Their homes aren't storage units for forgotten things. They are places for rest, reflection, and rejuvenation. That's why they are incredibly mindful of what they allow into their space. Every item either serves a purpose or tells a story. If it doesn't do either, it simply doesn't stay. Their homes aren't sterile. They are meaningful. There's warmth, yes, but there's also room to breathe. At this stage of life, many of us carry the weight of decades. We have items from our children's childhoods, inherited pieces we never truly loved, gifts we keep out of a sense of obligation, and, of course, the everyday clutter. Papers, plastic, duplicate kitchen gadgets, clothes we no longer wear. Letting go of these things doesn't mean letting go of memories. It means honoring what still serves you in your life and gently releasing what no longer does. You don't need to tackle your entire home in one weekend. Start small. One drawer, one shelf, one closet. Pick up each item and ask yourself, do I still use this? Does it bring me joy or peace? If not, give yourself permission to release it. And here's the powerful part. Every item you clear creates more space, not just physically, but emotionally. You'll begin to feel lighter, freer, more confident. Your home will breathe again, and so will you. Secret 2. Embrace less is more. Our second secret, less is more. In a culture that often celebrates convenience and quick purchases, French women choose a different path. They don't rush to fill their homes. They wait. They choose thoughtfully. They deeply value the quality and character of the items that surround them. This isn't about buying luxury brands or chasing perfection, but rather about investing in pieces that are a joy to live with. Think about a well-made wooden chair that perfectly supports your back, a soft wool throw that keeps you cozy on winter evenings, or a ceramic mug that fits just right in your hands every morning. These items might cost a little more, but they last longer. They carry meaning and reflect your values, patience, thoughtfulness, and respect for your space. A French woman would prefer one beautiful lamp over 3 cheap ones, or a single cast iron pan passed down through generations over a drawer full of flimsy cookware. Why? Because quality simply feels different. It carries a weight, a texture, a memory, and it subtly elevates every moment of your daily life. As we reach our 60s and 70s, This philosophy becomes especially resonant. We no longer want to constantly replace items that break. We crave things that are durable, comforting, and bring a sense of pride. Take a moment today and look around your home. What everyday items could you upgrade in terms of quality? Perhaps your bath towels, your sheets, or your favorite reading chair. Start there. Update slowly, with care. Over time, your home will become a reflection of your deeper self, strong, cherished, and truly beautiful. Secret 3. The charm of fresh flowers. Our third secret: letting live flowers grace your home and uplift your spirit. There's something almost magical about walking into a room and seeing fresh flowers. It's not just their beauty, but the feeling they bring: life, softness, and a sense that someone truly cares about the space. In French homes, fresh flowers aren't reserved for guests or special occasions. They're a quiet tradition, part of the rhythm of daily life. A small bouquet on the kitchen table, a few sprigs of lavender in the bathroom, a single bloom by the bedside. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Wildflowers from a park, daisies from the grocery store, or even greenery snipped from your own garden. What matters is the presence of something fresh and alive, a reminder of the seasons changing, of nature's beauty, and of your own ability to create joy in small, significant ways. French women understand that flowers are more than just decor. They soften sharp edges, brighten a gray morning. They whisper, "This place matters, and I matter too." And yes, this ritual is accessible to everyone. For the cost of a single cup of coffee a week, you can bring color and life into your home. Some women even divide one larger bouquet into several smaller arrangements, spreading beauty throughout different rooms. Try this week. Pick a day, perhaps a Sunday or a Friday, to be your flower day. Don't overthink it. Let your bouquet be imperfect, natural. Let it reflect your personality and mood. You might just find that not only the look of your room transforms, but the entire atmosphere of your home. And perhaps even more importantly, how you feel within it. Secret 4. The art of lighting. Our fourth secret: lighting is not just for seeing, but for feeling. In a French home, light is treated almost like music. It sets the tone. It changes with the time of day. It adds warmth, mood, softness, and most importantly, shapes how you feel in a space. Many of us grew up with a single overhead light in every room, bright, functional, and rather flat. It did its job. But as we age, we begin to crave more than just function. We seek softness, atmosphere, beauty. We want our homes to feel warm, not just brightly lit. French women rarely use harsh overhead lighting unless absolutely necessary. Instead, they rely on layered lighting: a table lamp for reading, a soft glow in the corner of the living room, a lit candle on the dining table. Multiple sources of light, placed at varying heights, allow the light to envelop you rather than simply fall on you from above. During the day, they open their windows and use mirrors to reflect natural light. In the evenings, they dim the lamps, light a candle, and allow their space to slow down with them. There's no rush. The room invites you to linger. And there's a profound truth to this: how your home is lit directly impacts your emotions. Soft light can ease anxiety. It can improve sleep. It can even make food taste better and conversations feel more intimate. You don't need to rewire your entire house. Start simply. Place one small lamp where you normally turn on an overhead light by a cozy chair, near your reading nook, or on a dresser. For 1 week, try only using lamps after sunset. Notice how the atmosphere in your home shifts. Notice how you shift. Then consider candles, not just for holidays or guests, but for ordinary evenings. A single candle lit while you're having dinner alone can change your entire mood. It says, "This place matters, and I matter too." Because light is not for seeing, it's for feeling. And every woman deserves to have the light in her own home protect her. Secret 5. The always ready table. Our fifth secret: the table is always ready for company, even if the only guest is you. Step into many French homes, and one thing you'll notice almost immediately: the dining table is not a dumping ground. There are no stacks of papers, no scattered keys, no abandoned takeout menus. Instead, it's calm, clear, and often beautiful, set with intention even if no one is expected. This isn't about formal entertaining. It's about honoring the everyday. French women view their dining table as a central place for connection, not clutter. It's where meals are savored slowly, where coffee becomes a ritual, where conversation flows easily. But more than that, it's a symbol of presence, readiness, and self-respect. Even when dining alone, a French woman will likely light a candle, use a cloth napkin, and sit properly at the table. No TV trays, no eating standing at the sink. Because for her, every meal is worthy of care, and so is she. Many of us, especially as we get older, begin to feel that mealtimes become more of a practical necessity than a pleasure. We eat quickly. We eat distracted. We might even lose the joy that food and setting a table once brought us. But it's never too late to reclaim that joy. Start small. Clear your table. Lay down a simple runner or a placemat that makes you smile. Place a small floral arrangement or a bowl of seasonal fruit in the center. Start a drawer of cloth napkins or candles or special mugs. They don't have to be expensive, just yours. And most importantly, give yourself permission to use the beautiful things now. That teacup you've been saving, the linen napkins from your daughter's wedding, that ceramic bowl you found on that special trip. Use them. You deserve beauty today, not sometime in the nebulous later. When you sit down, let your table greet you like an old friend and remind you, you are always worthy of having a table set just for you. Secret 6. Daily doses of care. Our sixth secret, a little care each day keeps the big clean away. If you ask a French woman how often she deep cleans, she might look at you with slight bewilderment. Not because she never does, but because she rarely needs to. Why? Because she's woven small acts of home care into her daily rhythm. Instead of dedicating one exhausting day to scrubbing everything, she tidies and nurtures her home in small increments throughout the day. Before leaving a room, she'll straighten a cushion. After brushing her teeth, she'll wipe down the sink. Before bed, she'll take 5 minutes to clear the kitchen counter or fluff the throw on the couch. This isn't about perfectionism. It's about maintaining a relationship with your space. It's a partnership, not a performance. For many of us, cleaning has long been a dreaded chore, something we put off until it becomes an overwhelming task. But what if we shifted our approach? What if we treated it not as a burden, but as a quiet form of self-care, like brushing your hair or watering your plants? These small rituals have a cumulative effect. They prevent your space from spiraling into chaos. And perhaps more importantly, they keep you connected to your surroundings, to your routine, and to your sense of control. Here's a simple way to start. Choose one 10-minute window in your day, maybe right before bed or after lunch. Use a timer if you like. In those 10 minutes, put away things that are out of place. Wipe down one surface. Tidy one corner. Don't try to do everything. Just do a little and consider keeping simple cleaning supplies in each zone. A small spray bottle under the sink, a dusting cloth in a nightstand drawer, a little broom by the back door. Make it easy. Make it natural. Over time, it will become a habit, and you'll find your home is always in order. Not perfect, but peaceful, always welcoming, always yours. Secret 7. The subtle power of scent. Our seventh secret, and the one that truly changed things for me, the subtle power of scent. Create a home that breathes with you. When you walk into a home, even before your eyes register the wall color or the softness of the couch, your body reacts to something entirely different, the scent. It's instantaneous. It reaches the deepest part of you, the part connected to memory, comfort, and emotion. French women know this implicitly. That's why the scent of their homes is as important as how they look. And it's not a heavy, artificial, overwhelming smell, but a subtle, lived-in, almost invisible one. Their homes have a scent that whispers, not shouts. A scent that makes you want to linger. It might be lavender tucked into a linen drawer, or a pot of cloves, cinnamon, and citrus simmering on the stove on a winter's day. It could be a faint hint of sandalwood from a bedside candle, or the fresh, clean smell of laundry air-dried in the sun. And most important of all, the scent of fresh air. French women have a daily ritual. Regardless of the season, they open their windows every morning for at least 10 minutes, even in the depths of winter, even just a crack.
Why?
Because they believe a home needs to breathe. Fresh air doesn't just clear the space, it clears the mind.
It resets the energy.
It reminds you that this is a living space, changing with time, with the seasons with you. Artificial air fresheners are rarely used. In fact, many find them too harsh, too chemical, too disconnected from nature. Instead, French women lean into what's already around them. A small vase of fresh herbs in the kitchen, a few drops of essential oil on a cloth napkin, or a homemade linen spray made with water and lavender. Creating scent rituals in your home doesn't require much, and certainly not luxury brands or complicated procedures. It simply requires intention. Start by opening your windows every morning, even for just 5 minutes. Walk through your home and notice how it feels. Then choose one natural scent to introduce. Perhaps it's mint or rosemary on your windowsill, a drop of vanilla on a warm cloth, or a candle you light only during your evening tea. You'll find that scent has a quiet way of grounding you in the present moment. It slows you down. It comforts you. It creates an invisible softness that lingers in the air and in your memory. Because when a home smells like peace, it feels like peace. Secret 8. Your home tells your story. Our 8th secret. Create a home that tells your story. A beautiful home isn't one that looks like it's straight out of a magazine. It's one that feels like you. One that tells your story, layer by layer, shelf by shelf. In French homes, you'll rarely find generic, mass-produced posters or books arranged by color for aesthetic appeal. Instead, you'll see deeply personal items, books that have been read and loved, photographs slightly faded by the sun, small collections gathered over decades. There's a quiet power in this approach. It's not decorating, it's storytelling. French women aren't afraid of old things. On the contrary, they cherish them. That chipped bowl from grandmother's cupboard, a sculpture found at a flea market in Marseille, a small jar of sea glass collected one summer with a dear friend. These items carry energy. They connect the past to the present. They make a home feel alive. In our homes, especially as we age, we sometimes feel pressure to get rid of everything old or start with a clean slate. But the point isn't to purge. The point is to curate with intention. To ask yourself what reflects the you of today, what deserves a place in your everyday life. Books are a wonderful starting point. Don't keep them just because you've had them forever. Keep the ones that moved you, taught you something, or that you might want to pass down. Arrange them so they're easy to reach, not just to look pretty. Then, move on to mementos that have been gathering dust in boxes for too long. Maybe that photo of your father would look wonderful on a shelf in the hallway. Perhaps that embroidery you did years ago could be framed and hung in a guest room. Maybe group similar items together. A collection of tiny vases, seashells, or even handwritten notes into one small, meaningful display. French women often create what they call vignettes, small scenes that convey a certain mood. A stack of books next to a lamp, a tray of perfume bottles on a dresser, a collection of postcards from places they visited. Each one tells a story, not to the world, but to themselves. This kind of beauty doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention. It simply exists, quietly reminding you of who you are, where you've been, and what matters to you now. This week, take some time to walk slowly through your home. Not with judgment, but with curiosity. What can be brought out of hiding? What can be released? What arrangement would better reflect the you of today, not 10 years ago? Your home is a canvas, and you are the artist. Let it tell a story that is uniquely yours. Secret 9. The harmony of old and new. Our 9th secret: blend old and new to create a harmony of eras. French homes rarely look like they've been pulled entirely from a single catalog. That's because their owners don't try to match everything perfectly. Instead, They mix pieces from different generations. An antique wooden armchair paired with a modern lamp, a century-old mirror above a stark, minimalist fireplace. This contrast isn't accidental. It's deeply intentional. French women understand something many of us forget. Our homes aren't museums. They are living spaces, and life itself is full of layers. Past and present, old and new, memories and possibilities. The beauty lies in the balance. As we age, we might feel pressure to update everything. Perhaps it's the influence of TV shows, magazines, or even well-meaning advice from relatives. But there's wisdom in holding onto items that have stood the test of time. Not because they're trendy, but because they're part of your story. That dining table from your mother? It might have scratches, but each one holds a memory. That chair that creaks when you sit down? It's supported generations. These imperfections aren't flaws, they're character. And this doesn't mean your home has to feel stuck in the past. Quite the opposite. By pairing these meaningful old pieces with a few new elements, a contemporary print, a soft throw, a sleek lamp, you create a visual tension that feels interesting and alive. It's what gives a room soul. It also makes your space feel more personal, more curated than decorated. It shows that you've lived, that you've chosen, that you've evolved, and that you're not tied to one era, trend, or style. Start by looking around your home. What old pieces do you truly love? Not just because they're old, but because they carry a piece of your history. Which of these items deserve to stay? Then, ask yourself, what fresh, light, or new piece can I introduce alongside it? It could be as simple as adding a modern lamp to an antique side table, or hanging an abstract piece of art above a vintage dresser. French women are fearless with these juxtapositions because they trust their own taste. They're not afraid to mix. They're not decorating for approval. They're creating for themselves. And that's the invitation for you. Trust your intuition. Keep the old that warms your heart. Add the new that uplifts your spirit. Let your home be a beautiful and honest blend of who you were, who you are, and who you are becoming. Secret 10. Cultivating small daily joys. Our 10th secret: infuse your everyday with small joys. Of all the secrets French women live by, this one is perhaps the most powerful and the most easily forgotten. Everyday life deserves beauty. Not just holidays, not just birthdays, not just when guests come over. Every single day, French women are masters at adding small, yet significant, pleasures to their daily routine. A linen napkin at breakfast, a drop of perfume before reading in bed, a favorite teacup used at 3 o'clock in the afternoon even if she's alone in the house. From the outside, these details might seem unnecessary, even frivolous. But for her, they are acts of self-respect. They say, I matter, this moment matters. Many of us were raised to save the good stuff, the nice china, the special soap, the fancy robe. We were taught to keep things for later, for someone else, for a day that rarely arrives. But when we reach our 60s, 70s, or 80s, we begin to understand something. Later is now. You don't need to wait. You don't need to ask permission to enjoy what you already own. You don't need to withhold your joy until someone else steps through your door. What would it be like to invite more beauty into your ordinary moments? Lighting a candle while you fold laundry. Using real silverware for a meal eaten alone. Playing quiet music during your morning rituals. Wrapping yourself in a cozy shawl that makes you feel beautiful just because it's Tuesday. Small joys aren't about money. They're about intention. They're about choosing to bring pleasure, care, and grace into the moments of your day that often go unnoticed. They remind you that you are still a woman of taste, of dignity, of worth, that even in the quiet, solitary moments, you are worthy of something soft, something warm, something beautiful. So, take a moment right now and think, what small joy that you've been saving could you allow yourself today? What new ritual could you create? A cup of tea on the porch, a leisurely bath with music, a walk through your garden just before sunset. Let your days be filled with these sacred pauses, because ultimately, a truly elegant home isn't just one that looks beautiful. It's one that invites you to live beautifully every single day. Your home, a reflection of your soul. So, There you have them, my dear friends. 10 timeless French secrets that go far beyond home decor. They aren't about impressing others or following trends. They're about creating a space that holds your history, your peace, your presence. A space that truly reflects the woman you are today. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to change everything all at once. Start with one small habit. Open your windows every morning, light a candle for your tea, clear your table, and set it with love, even if it's just for you. Over time, these little choices will add up. Your home will become lighter, warmer, more alive. And so will you. Because at this stage of life, we're not aiming to fill our homes with things. We're aiming to fill them with meaning. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 10 habits resonates most with you right now? Which one will you start today? Leave a comment below. I read every single one. If this video brought you comfort or inspiration, please take a moment to give it a like. Share it with a friend who might need it, and subscribe to Meaningful Living for more heartfelt wisdom each week. Until next time, remember, your home isn't just a place where you live. It's a place where you come home to yourself. Make it truly reflect your heart. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.